I'm Scott G.
And I'm Phil D.
And oh my god, it's anime!
So, what do you think of this?
Hey everybody, welcome to the show.
Yeah, you see what we did there? It's May.
It's May.
So
it's anime. We're going to
anime.
talk about anime.
And we're the first people to come up with that,
Totally. We totally did.
Never heard that before.
Never heard that before. It's got a hyphen in it, M-A-Y.
Can more people tell me that this Dunkin' Donuts coffee is shit, too? Because that's all I hear. Every time I drink Dunkin' Donuts coffee around, people are like, their coffee's fucking shit.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good to hear. Anyways, so we just watched a pretty damn good anime.
Oh yeah,
that you had never seen before.
Yeah, and we were intending on just sitting down watching one episode, coming out here talking about it.
Right.
I'll get the gist of the thing. The series is only 3 episodes. I was hooked.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we just went ahead and watched all 3 of them.
Guys, what we're talking about is the Gunsmith Cats OVA.
See, now I understand why you brought it out here. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why is he bringing it out here? Maybe it's to read shit on the back of it?
No.
Because we have cameras.
That's right, we have cameras.
This is amazing.
Why do you think I want to do anime so bad? It's so I can show off pieces of my collection.
That's right. Which, speaking on that, this is a 3rd episode with cameras, right?
Yeah, third
episode with cameras.
Yeah.
So please let us know.
Yeah, leave some comments or whatever.
How's it look?
Yeah.
I
don't think either of us are looking at the chat feed, but hey, you know.
Oh, is there chat?
I don't know.
Whatever. What is chat?
What is chat?
We're chatting, right?
Yeah, we're having the conversation.
One of these days I'm going to put chat up on that little monitor right there.
One of these days.
And then we'll have chat.
And then we'll have chat.
That we can ignore up there.
Right. But no, Gunsmith Cats, it came out in, let's see, this was like 94, man, or something.
93, 94.
93, 94. In fact, you know what? I do need to read the back.
I remember seeing...
Oh, like 95, 96.
Oh, we were both wrong.
Yeah. I was thinking it was a lot earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, this is one of my favorite OVAs.
It's
like
good.
From way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really get into the like lady action genre.
Yeah.
From like the 80s all the way through like the early mid early 90s.
Yes, you do.
It's real good. Like I love Dirty Pair.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty Pair's great. Project A-ko.
Yep.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one or more. You know, what is it? Bubblegum Crisis. That's lady action.
Bubblegum Crisis.
Like I love that shit. But this to me is like the pinnacle of that genre.
Yeah.
You know,
it's really good.
Yeah. So, since this is your first time seeing it,
yeah,
is there anything that stood out to you specifically, or
I mean,
what are your thoughts on this?
Well, first off, this is generally in the golden age of animation. You know, the like.
Yeah. I would say it's definitely in my personal golden age of anime. You know, animation. And
specifically, what I mean is that they pretty much drew everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
More than anything else, they actually fucking drew what you see.
This is kind of getting towards the tail end of fully cell animated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and it's not overly complex or overly detailed, but it looks so great. The style is amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All the characters, like designs, like you can read them from their silhouette.
Yeah,
you know, they stand out. They're all incredibly unique. Yet they have this cohesion in between them. Like they feel like they're part of the same universe.
Totally.
You know? Which is our universe in Chicago. This is actually a very American anime. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. And they have a lot of it's one of those cool animes that has extremely stylized characters in a much more realistic world.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and they don't really go off model unless unless the scene is supposed to be exaggerated.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I like the cop guy. What's his name?
What is his name? Bill Collins.
Bill Collins.
Yeah, Bill Collins.
Actually,
let me read off this fucking cast list real quick. Let's see. So, in the lead, Riley Vincent is played by Amanda Wynn Lee. You guys probably know most of these guys from the Ava like from Evangelion.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? So those of you who watch a lot of anime, you'll recognize these names, especially if you watch dubs.
Yep.
Which we do.
just hate us.
I
whatever.
watch both, but I prefer dub.
Basically, I watch. Well, it depends on the series. For
It
me.
depends on the series.
Some of them just have really good dubs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, and this one does.
Like,
but anyway, back to the cast. Kimberly Yates as May Hopkins, Minnie May. Let's see, Rob Mongol as Bill Collins. That's the guy you're talking about.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't recognize him from a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But he is super solid as just this,
oh, dude, he's awesome.
This like Peter Venkman slime ball, like
sleazy bastard.
Yeah, dude.
He just. I like it. It's like I was saying. He's one of those cops that knows nobody likes him, so he just like rolls around in it.
So he just plays. Plays it up.
Yeah.
Finishing out the cast: Tiffany Grant, Brett Weaver, and let's see, there was one other person that I was like, oh man, I gotta remember to mention her. Allison Keith, and then a couple other people that you may or may not know. I don't know. You got IMDb. Look it up yourself.
You look it up.
But those are seriously serious standout voice performances.
Yeah.
And
they're great.
Yeah.
The only voice performance in the whole thing that I didn't like out of the 3 episodes was the Russian Terminator lady.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like Russian accents in anime are just kind of always bad.
I mean, how hard is it to
find
a Russian?
Oscar Langley is Russian, but you notice they deliberately didn't give her a Russian accent.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or is she Russian?
I don't know.
She might be something other.
Maybe.
Whatever.
Who knows?
I don't.
We do not. I bet the internet does.
The internet does.
Man.
You'll tell us. But no, like the characters in this are like incredibly fun and really detailed in the way that they show off their like I guess personalities. You know, because it's not like in most anime where like a person walks up and like gives you their entire life story and motivations and stuff in a big like exposition scene. It's like it's real subtle. Like you see it. You see the character. You see the character.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love their gunsmithery. Their shop is awesome. You know. It's pretty cool to see. How realistic, like I was saying, that this anime has that realistic world and objects. All the cars, all the guns, all that stuff is hyper modeled.
Oh yeah, well the guy who wrote the manga was a huge like car and gun otaku.
That makes sense. Yeah, that totally makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But so before we get too far into this, let me bring back another thing that we haven't done in a while.
What?
Philip. What had happened?
Oh man, I wasn't even prepared for this.
I kind of sprung it on you this time, didn't I?
What had happened?
What had happened?
Gun girl and explosive girl.
Yes, good start.
Help silly cop man to unravel local conspiracy.
Great. I think that's a good synopsis. So Gun Girl is Riley Vincent, who is like, I
tried.
No, it was great. I loved it.
Okay.
So Gun Girl is obviously Riley Vincent. She's like this she's a bounty hunter. Both her and May are kind of they're friends.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did air quotes. I mean,
they're friends. They kind of fucking hate each other.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like Riley's this super like gun savant,
and
like,
she's cold and to
she's
the point.
A badass.
She's a super badass.
Yeah.
Ooh, she's like she's almost Major Kusanagi badass. Almost. For a human, she's fucking close. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean?
Yeah. And Explosion Girl is May Hopkins, Minnie May,
and she's a little cutie.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
What I mean? Silly.
She always throws all the bombs. She can't just throw one
and she,
grenade.
Like, draws kisses and hearts on
the
grenades.
So that should tell you something about her character right there.
Oh man, I love that part when they're getting broken into.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, and they're up on the stairs, and it's like, okay, only 4 of them.
Yeah.
And then Minnie May's sitting there, was just like, oh yeah, this is gonna be fun, and she just has like a whole like arsenal of like grenades.
Like, no explosive in the house. I told you.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
But there's smoke grenades.
Yeah.
Or when Riley's in the bed, and she's like, we're getting broken into. And she goes,
awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude. Dude sets up their characters.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, too, is just like, this anime has a lot of humor in it, you know, and it's got some of the best action.
Oh, dude.
Like, just period.
Well, I wouldn't say the best action. I think it has some of the slickest action. It's because it's like, it's not really so much that it's like consistent fight scene back and forth. Like,
no.
You know, it's not like, for instance, Cowboy Bebop.
Right.
That had some of those like flawless fight scenes with the animation that looked like it was rotoscoped.
Well,
like
this is more shootout fights.
This is more shootout fights, and it feels more like these super slick, idealized, you know, like I kept making the reference to Lethal Weapon. There's something about this that feels like anime Lethal Weapon. There's something about this that feels like you know,
it's
cop
drama.
It's that Chicago cop drama.
Yeah,
you know, you gotta have the, you know, and it's got a like I was saying, this could be adapted to film.
Live action Western film, very easily.
With only a couple, and with how fucking stupid live action Western film is right now, Fate of the Furious, looking at you, this would fit right in. It's no stupider than that.
No.
Absolutely. And it's way, you know, better of a plot.
It is. I would say that's one of the. I wouldn't even say criticisms, but something to kind of point out is that the plot is very straightforward.
Well, it is.
You know, there aren't really a lot of twists and turns that you aren't going to see coming. Yeah. But that's I'm okay with that because that's not the purpose of this anime. The plot isn't why you come to this anime. The reason you come to this anime is because the characters are so well done. Because they're so fun to just be around.
Well, and the intro.
Well, of course the intro. God. Top 10 anime OPs.
Okay, and also, real quick here. Peter Erskine?
Yeah, Peter Erskine did the music for this.
Like Scott said that to me. Scott said Peter Erskine, and I
didn't
seriously,
know who he was.
When he said it, I doubted. I thought I knew who it was. I was like, well, I know a Peter Erskine, but that sounds weird to me.
Yeah, it can't be the same guy, right?
Fucking yeah, it's him.
Well, well, you were saying that he was kind of like more of a jazz fusion
drummer,
and
this fusion rock, like in that kind of you know that good '90s shit, man. Yeah. I mean, he's similar to like drummers like Carter Beauford or like you know, Dave Weckl or like stuff like that. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Yeah.
You know who those guys are.
Of course, you guys all know Dave Weckl, right?
Right.
Everybody knows Dave Weckl. You should. You should. But no, it's.
I don't know Dave Weckl.
He doesn't even,
I don't know Dave Weckl.
I nerd out on fusion drummers and guitarists and bassists and stuff. I really like a lot of those guys. I mean, these are the kind of guys that played in the circles with like fucking you know, John Patitucci, like, and Victor Wooten. How about that?
Hey,
people know Victor Wooten, right?
I've
been trying as hard as I can to find one maybe someone knows. But no, it's amazing that Peter Erskine did the music, and it really you could tell because it has this professionalism. It has that class to it that you're like, oh yeah, this is real top level musicianship right here.
Well, and two, the story itself takes place in
Chicago, and it has that Chicago.
And these are all American characters. Not one of them are like you see a lot of anime that take place in like American cities.
Yeah.
But the protagonist or some other character will usually be like a Japanese surrogate, essentially. Yeah. You know what I mean? Nah, this is a completely westernized take on, or like it's very Western in the way that it feels, and the music really plays into that.
It just happens
because it sounds like that Chicago jazz, like we were talking about. This sounds like the News. This sounds like Huey Lewis. It
sounds like Huey Lewis in the News with a little bit more jazz fusion to it. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's got a but yes, that kind of sound to it. You know, the News. Seriously,
it is the News.
It's the News.
The shit's the News.
That's the phrase. Yeah. This shit's the News.
Yeah, we're bringing it back.
Bringing it back, man. Yeah. We're bringing all sorts of shit back.
So much. Oh, it's so retro up in here. Anyways,
so what are your favorite parts of the three? Because I mean, there's only 3 episodes.
Yeah. You know? Okay, so let me, dude. Because I mean, I've grown up with this anime.
Yeah.
It holds a very special place in my heart.
And
so
you just bought this, right?
Yeah. That's the thing. This was one of those holy grail animes that for a while you really couldn't get your hands on. And I was able to find it for I think like 50, whereas before like this specific the ADV essentials like print.
Oh,
Find it.
I got you.
You know, this specific print. Because there is a Blu-ray out there now. I don't know how easy that is to find. You know, I think the last time I looked at it, it was pretty high up. But there's a lot of cool stuff in it.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
But this was the version I wanted because, again, I'm a collector of this shit. I want the old shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
But I had seen it so many times, like, growing up. And, like, I even have it digitally. By the way, this series is fairly easy to find online, guys. Check it out. It's totally worth your time.
Okay. Yeah. What he's saying is go to 9 Anime.
9, yeah. Pirate that shit.
Just go to 9 Anime.
Yeah.
We don't suggest it for the health of your machine.
Yeah, but just, you know.
There's places.
Do what you want to do.
You know.
I'm not your dad.
We're not stopping you.
But no. I had actually found this copy for like $50 online.
Yeah.
And and this was one of those like that I had constantly seen for like going for like 100 to 150 kind of shit.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, it was really hard not to just god damn it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So back to favorite parts.
Yeah, favorite part. Yeah.
Anyways, I really like the warehouse scene.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of that.
Yeah.
Like really all of it. Cuz okay, so in the first episode and this scene I know when I originally saw it is what sold me on this.
Yeah.
You know, they go to this warehouse. So Riley is being somewhat blackmailed by Collins. Rally and Minnie May,
because they don't have a license.
For their gun shop. Run a gun to run the gun shop.
Like, you should have a tier 3 license for this, right?
Yeah. And May's constantly blowing shit up. So I mean, there's that.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
But he basically blackmails them into helping him track down these gun runners. Yeah. So they end up going to this factory or warehouse where they're storing all the guns, and Collins wasn't supposed to be there. Riley was just supposed to handle this. Okay, so so she gets there, and I love that scene where they're frisking her.
Oh,
you know, they're just like, pull your guns out slowly. She pulls one out from the holster, and then he's like, anything else? And she pulls out that little like
is this one a problem?
Like quick gun or whatever. Yeah, is this one a problem? Like, I love that whole scene. I love how just in fucking control
Do
Riley
people actually
is.
have those?
I mean,
that's got to be illegal, right?
I mean, I don't know. They have them in movies.
They do have them in movies. You're right about that. I've seen them in the movies. I did
make a correct statement.
You are right.
But no, I love that. I love when they show that they've captured Collins.
Oh yeah,
same basic scene. I mean, I'm just gonna talk about this.
Go ahead, man. Yeah.
They capture Collins and Washington, the guy that she's trying to like track down or like get in good with because he's
who just seems like a dingus.
That's Brett Weaver.
Oh,
and he's yeah.
Okay.
And he's just kind of a low, higher goon.
Yeah, he's like middle management goon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, not really any kind of control, but he at least has undergoons.
Yeah. Anyways, he had captured Collins and had him tied to a chair, and then of course Riley comes in and he's just like, "We need to give you a test to make sure you're legit." And he like hands her a gun, and she's just like, "What do you expect me to do with this? Bludgeon him to death? How do you expect me to kill him without any bullets?" And it's like she barely looked at the thing.
Oh yeah, she just picked it up and she was like,
"Yeah,
what am I supposed to do with this?"
The scene earlier in the gun shop with the cop who's wanting to get some
she picks up and she goes, "Hey, buddy, you still got a round in the chamber.
Yeah,
Did you realize you handed me this?" And he's like, "Oh, sorry."
Sorry, man.
Yeah.
But then he's like, he pulls out his revolver
and then asks her out.
Yeah, and then asks her out. She is just like, "Nope."
But yeah.
But anyways, like, he pulls his revolver out.
Yeah.
She doesn't even look up from the paperwork. She just heard that
she's
shit.
just over here doing this.
Yeah, she's like, "You might want to get that looked at, actually." It sounds like you got some issues.
Doesn't even look up.
Yeah,
man.
so
And then hands him a receipt.
Yeah, so I love those scenes because it really like just deepens her character a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Just kind of how good she is at her craft, you know. But yeah, the shootout in the factory or in the warehouse gets going once it really gets going, dude. That's so like. It's just, again, that's why I say it's got the best action scenes. Because when that shit starts popping off, it explodes.
Man, I
really like the scene when they're surveilling. They got wires in Riley and May's house.
Oh yeah.
And they find them and they like take the pizza out to the surveillance van. Hey, you should try the sausage. It's really good. And then Riley just starts giving Collins the business over a walkie-talkie.
Oh, dude, yeah.
That shit's funny. Then of course they drive off and
May's underneath.
May's been underneath, setting up fucking bombs underneath the van.
Yeah, that's good, man.
So good.
Yeah. This anime is fucking charming.
Absolutely.
You know.
Second episode, the car chase.
No, that's what I was gonna say. That's one of my favorite things out of the three is that car chase scene, especially when you pointed out the timing thing. Because I wouldn't have noticed that if you hadn't said that to me.
Yeah, well, they've been kind of seeding that all throughout the episode. So basically, in this car chase scene, May has been captured by the Russian lady Terminator.
And that's, I mean, accurate. That is accurate.
It is absolutely accurate.
And she looks like Roy Mustang.
Dude, she's awesome. It's sad that the voice actress, the bad Russian voice, because this is such a good...
Cool. It's a really cool character.
Yeah, it's a really cool character. But anyways, May's been captured by her.
Yeah.
Becky, the other bounty hunter person. She's she's cool. She's cool. I do like her. I like her a lot.
She seems like
she's not really all that important to the plot. You know?
Yeah.
But they're in Riley's. What was that? It was GT Cobra.
Yeah, Shelby.
She's got a sweet
and it looks great.
Yeah,
it looks great.
But they got this big fucking car chase scene where they're just chasing her and May, the Terminator and May down.
Yeah,
you know, all through the streets, and they're shooting out wheels of cars. They're having to dodge big semi trucks and shit. It's a great chase scene.
Yeah.
And the whole time, Riley and May are like kind of counting the beats to this song.
Well, she hits her with this
1, 2, 3
with
and
the
then
headlights.
The music starts,
right? Yeah.
And but through the whole,
so it means that both of them are singing the song in their heads.
Absolutely. They're keeping time. They're keeping time with each other. You know, that way May knows when to blow out the back windows so she can maybe get caught by the hood of the car.
Nah, man, you know who's keeping time? It's Peter Erskine.
It's Peter Erskine. Peter Erskine's keeping time. But no, it's like that action scene pays off so well and is so satisfying because if you're paying attention to the episode, you notice that they're just kind of nodding their heads all the time and like kind of counting with each other, and like they'll wake up and it's like, yeah, we got it, and like they'll be talking about like, oh yeah, you want to practice the routine, you know, and the whole time you're thinking it's just like, wait, do these guys just like do like dance on the side or something like that?
That's kind of what I was thinking. Is that they had a
thing, you know?
They're gonna bust out into a Hatsune Miku dance.
Yeah.
That's where I was going.
But then come to find out, this is just hey, in case May gets kidnapped. This is how we get her back. As long as we're in this very specific situation.
Just think of the Erskine, and we'll be all right.
We'll be okay. And it's so satisfying. It really is. Even because that's the thing. Some of these action scenes just seem to be very convenient and contrived.
Oh yeah.
But they're pulled off so well that it doesn't matter. Because I got one part of my brain trying to be the cynic and being like, well, that was. I mean, yeah, they seeded it, but that like really did they expect to be in that specific situation at any point in their life? You know, and then I got the other side of my brain just going, "Shut up! It's cool.
It's cool. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter, man. It's they're Doctor Doom, dude. They figured out all of the possibilities.
Well, what did you say? What did you say is like they're kind of Mr. Magoo in it?
Yeah, they're Mr. Magoo in it. Yeah. Mr. Magoo. Oh yeah, Mr. Magoo has maxed out his plot armor.
Yeah,
that's what we figured out. Mr. Magoo put all of his points in plot armor, and you can't defeat his ass. It doesn't matter. Yeah. You can set up anything, and Mr. Magoo just whatever.
I'm just gonna walk through it.
Walk right over that I-beam. Whatever.
Yeah, succeed or fell upwards.
That's what he does. Yeah, and gets back home just fine.
Yeah,
that's right.
Absolutely.
I love Mr. Magoo. Did you ever watch that Leslie Nielsen Mr. Magoo movie?
Yeah, I did. It's been so long. I remember it
I don't
being
even know.
good.
I don't know if it's good or not. I have no idea at this point.
Maybe we should watch that.
I like Leslie Nielsen a lot. Okay, so why don't we watch like 3 or 4 of those 90s movies that are probably good, but maybe not, like that and Dunstan Checks In and what else is on there? Baby's Day Out.
Baby's Day Out.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah,
which is basically Mr. Magoo as a baby. You remember that? What you think, guys?
I just brought myself to a whole new level with Baby's Day Out.
I mean, am I wrong?
Am I ever be able to watch that fucking movie the same ever again?
It's Mr. Magoo with a baby.
It's Mr. Magoo with a baby.
I bet that was that's the elevator pitch.
That's it.
Mr. Magoo with a baby, and they went, shit, I'm watching that. Wow.
Yeah, dude.
I see it in my head. This is great.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, is there any without? I don't think I've spoiled too much of this.
No, I think you've spoiled just enough. Go watch this.
Just to get you. Yeah, it's
totally
show
it to the camera again since we got our fancy cams.
So it's like here you go.
That's right.
Fancy cams all over here.
Give you
you gonna help?
I'm helping.
Are we doing one of these?
Yeah. Well, no, I was hand modeling for you just from the opposite
okay.
side.
I thought we were gonna do the handshake. I
was presenting it. No, but it's not.
The
perspective
was I shaking
sucks.
it around too much?
No, just fucking hold it in front of whatever.
This thing.
You know what we're talking about.
Gunsmith Cats. It's good. Again, it's fairly easy to find online, even through legal means, guys. So.
Even through legal means.
Even through legal means.
Hey, I didn't know that's what you meant. I immediately went to piracy.
I mean, do what you want. I'm not your fucking dad.
Hey, you want to talk about piracy for a second? Because we had a little conversation about this the other day.
Yeah.
And I think that this relates fairly well to something like this. So.
Angel's Egg.
Now, Angel's Egg I have not seen, but he recommended this to me, and I was like, okay, cool, yeah, I'll check that out. And then I looked at some of the art and was like, fuck!
Yeah, dude.
Okay, well, I gotta watch this.
As soon as I finally watched it, because I had heard rumors about this anime, this is another one of those very elusive. Yeah. Like, if you find this, if you find it just on DVD, you know, for less than $100, just get it. Just get it. You know? But, so, like, when I first saw this movie, I immediately thought of you. I was just like, dude, this is right up Phil's alley.
Man, you knew the art is. Oh Jesus! Just somebody go look at it.
It's
just go if you're hearing my voice, just go look.
I don't care. Look, you can find again. This is one of those that's fairly easy to find online. So you can find it. But like even if you just go to YouTube. And just look at clips. Doesn't matter what. Just go.
Yeah, you just need to see it. That's
type
really
in
the point.
Angel's Egg, because Angel's Egg is one of those weird ones that's it's not all that weird. That it's really more art piece than telling a story.
Which I'm fine with.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, as long as that art piece is interesting,
visually stunning. Yeah, absolutely. As long as it's interesting, and every single frame of this movie is an art piece. Every single one of them.
So isn't it? What the fuck is up with it though? Like, is it a post-apocalyptic, militarized world? Because that's the way it looked.
Kind of.
I don't know, man. It's Giger-esque. It's really dystopian looking. It's really sci-fi
it's
in another direction.
surreal.
Very surrealist. Yeah. But it has its own kind of flair to it, man. I don't know. It's like it was like an evil metropolis or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of the way it looked.
But anyways, we'll get in deeper with that
because we're gonna watch Angel's Egg
we're gonna
probably
watch
next weekend.
Yeah,
right?
we'll probably get into that a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
But basically, why you were bringing it up is because I finally found it on Blu-ray.
Yes.
And the way I found it on Blu-ray was not through any kind of official means.
You had to buy one of those. I made my own Blu-ray and I'm selling it
hey,
online.
No one's making this a Blu-ray. It needs to be a Blu-ray. If no one else is going to do it, I'll do it myself, kind of thing.
Do you remember that Alex used to print out all of those movies? Like okay, he would burn old schlocky horrors that never got a DVD release, and this was 15 years ago.
Yeah,
not that long. It was a long time ago. It was a long time.
Ages.
He's probably been doing it like 15 fucking years
at least.
Yeah. He's been cranking them out since before I met him because he has shelves and shelves of DVDs.
Just DVDs.
But the thing is, this is what you got to understand about this guy. If you make it available, he will purchase it.
Absolutely.
But because no one made any of this available, he would download this movie that somebody would make a DVD version of. He would get the disc printed, he had the sticker things,
right?
So he'd get them like that. He'd get an empty DVD case. He would print the outside. Even on photo paper, so it looked nice, and he'd put it in a case and have it on the shelf and make it to where so all of these movies that he liked, whether they were available or not, he had a copy of them.
Yeah,
and I never looked at his collection and thought, well, man, you got all these fucking
all these bootlegs.
You got all these bootlegs. That's bullshit. No, because I knew exactly right there. Well, where else are you gonna get it?
Where else are you gonna get it?
And with Angel's Egg, with I don't know, this goes into video games. This goes into all sorts of things. If they don't make these things fucking available, is it that big of a deal to pirate them? If you're not selling it to me, then why can't I just go get it?
Yeah, just go get it. Yeah.
If you sold it to me, I'd buy it right now.
Or if someone else is selling it, I guess I gotta go to them. I feel like the discussion overall is way more complicated and nuanced than what we're presenting.
Of course it is. Of course.
I will say that for a long time I was very against piracy.
Yeah.
You know, and I was just kind of like, nope, if I can't buy it, if I can't spend money on it, I'm just not gonna do
movies, whatever.
Yeah, movies, music, whatever.
Okay.
You know, I didn't pirate things. I mean, music, whatever. I mean, I grew up in the time of
I've
Napster and
always been a dirty pirate.
I've always been a dirty pirate with music. Fuck music.
I pirated everything. I remember back in the day, I got on IRQ. IRC. Fuck, man, it's been so long. I don't remember. It's it was an old chat server thing, and you could directly share files with each other. Like it worked like a peer-to-peer thing, but you had to use like command prompt style commands to go through people's directories. Yeah, but you could go in there, and that's how I used to grab Super Nintendo and NES games.
Right.
And this is crazy actually to think about. I used to pirate N64 games back then.
Yeah.
When the N64 was out. And they ran like balls. Yeah. And I had an N64. It didn't make any fucking sense.
Why did I do this? But no.
Anyway.
But yeah, I was pretty much especially
you were
with
against it forever.
Especially with like video games and anime.
You were against
movies.
it even going to Coconuts and looking at them fucking $40 a DVD.
with maybe like 2 episodes on it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
If that, if the OVA had 2 episodes. Yeah, I remember those days. But here basically what I'm getting at is I do not feel like I have all the answers.
Of course not. Yeah.
My opinion of it currently,
but a moral standpoint.
Yeah,
right. Just from a general how we feel about piracy. That's all I'm saying.
make your own fucking decisions.
Of course. Yeah. We're not trying to tell you what to do.
But anyways, I think
you should pirate shit.
But you should pirate shit. I do agree with the whole thing of just like if they're not going to make it available.
That's all I'm saying.
If you're not going to make it available for me to purchase, why am I going to cheat myself out of something that could be potentially good? Because another anime that I've recently found, and I pirated the shit out of this because I absolutely could not find a copy of it anywhere, and I looked, was Video Girl Eye.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And for a while, I was just holding off. It's like, eventually something's going to pop up. Someone's going to either grab it and re-release it, or I'll find something on eBay or Amazon. I'll be able to pay for this and feel okay about it, because that was really the thing keeping me from doing it, is I kind of felt a little icky about it to some degree.
I know. I feel that way about some of the recent manga that I've bought, because I'm like, man, I really want it, but it's hard to spend $60 on a thing. It's nice, but it's expensive.
Yeah, but anyways, what I'm getting at is I'm glad I did pirate it because that's an amazing OVA.
Oh yeah,
it's so good, and it fits my sensibilities for this kind of media almost perfectly. I love that, and now. Another thing that I'm getting at, just like with this, I had downloaded Gunsmith Cats because I could never find it for a decent price for a long time.
Okay.
But as soon as I did, I fucking picked that shit up.
You purchased it.
Because I'm also a big fan of try before you buy, especially in cases of movies and especially anime, because anime can be very hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean...
and again, I'm a collector, so I will just go into a store and randomly pick up shit. Just to see if it's good. But if it's a show that I'm like, okay, this could be really interesting, but I can already get a couple red flags about, okay, this might actually be pretty irritating in the long term, I'll fucking download that shit, and if it's good, I'll go and fucking at least try to find the thing.
I like what you're saying about the try before you buy situation. I see what you're getting at, because in my situation, I buy less anime in general, but I have been buying 4K Blu-rays.
Absolutely.
Right? And I think that there's a price limit to the taking a chance disc.
Yeah.
You buy the taking a chance disc for $10-15, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? You see the movie, you're like, well, for instance,
you look at the cover, you're like, this might be good.
This might be good. Or hey, I heard this was good, but I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Maybe I should get it. That's what happened with 1917.
Yeah.
1917 was fucking $16.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I was like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a good movie, and for a 4K Blu-ray, $16 is fucking amazing. Yeah, good handsy. Everybody tell Scott not to put his hands up here.
I can't help. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know what to do with my hands. You shook the entire world, Scott. You just shook the whole world.
Settle down. I just need 2 coffee mugs.
Oh, that's what you need. Yeah.
My fist is 2 coffee mugs.
Or Game Cubes.
Okay, 2 Game Cubes. That'd be great.
2 Game Cubes. That derailed me 100%. That was awesome.
Yes! Gotta derail at least once an episode.
What the fuck was I saying? You crashed me
remember.
directly into the ground.
I just crashed us both. We were talking about piracy. I was talking about try before you buy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was talking about 1917. Buying that. There's the initial amount of money that you can spend on a here's a throwaway. I don't know what's up with this.
Yeah. Let me just check this out. This looks okay.
Yeah. But when a 4K Blu-ray disc is $35.
$30, $40.
When a Criterion film is $35-$40. When a single a 2-disc anime is $35-$40, and you haven't seen any of this, you start looking at it and you're
talking about a 2-disc Blu-ray. That's probably going to run you about 50,
60. Yeah, 60. Absolutely. Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying. And you start I mean,
it's kind of hard to take a chance on 50-60.
Yeah. I mean, I bought the Akira 4K Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And the
Ghost in the Shell.
And the Ghost in the Shell one, which I'd like to talk about a little bit more, but both of those were a little on the expensive. I don't think I spent the $35. I think that Akira was $30, which is still a lot, but that's a really cool box. It's actually, I mean, I hate to be one of those, but it's Akira. First off, I do not own any copy of Akira. Right. And I realized that as I was looking at this, I was like,
good, and it's cool to hold in your hand.
It's got
just look
shit.
At the box.
It's actually got good shit with it. It's not just a shitty little whatever. So,
absolutely.
Okay. And then Ghost in the Shell being one of my favorites ever. You know, potentially my absolute favorite.
You want it to be in the best quality
Why not?
possible.
And so those were easy buys, you
Absolutely.
know? But taking a chance on things is very difficult, you know? I'll take a chance on the Dollar General movies. I bought Heart of the Sea. The Moby Dick movie with Thor in it, you know? Because I was like, fuck it, $6. Cool. If I saw that for $30, I'd be like, fuck no, I'm not buying that. I've never seen this movie. If it's really good, well, there you go. Now I want the movie. Now I'll spend the money, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, so what about the game situation? You know what I mean? What about games? Because we're in a similar situation with a lot of older titles. And one of the things I always like to bring up, because I'm a big shmup fan, shoot 'em ups, for those who don't know the word shmup. Being a dick. Sorry. The Cave is a big developer. What is a popular Cave game? Man, that's hard to say. I mean, to be honest, the only thing that most people would have ever heard of is either Dodonpachi or Death Smiles. Death Smiles is probably the more
popular one.
Well, no, Dodonpachi is way more popular in the scene.
They just do,
but Death Smiles is
was that the same people that did recently Indivisible? Was that the same studio? Was that Cave, or was it kind of the same people?
I don't even know about Indivisible.
No, never mind. I'm thinking of Skullgirls.
I'm thinking that's the Skullgirls guys. Yeah. Oh, I got you. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool. Okay. No.
Different. I got Death Smiles in my head.
Man.
Now I know exactly what I'm looking at.
No, you know, Death Smiles.
Yeah.
You know, Lollies smile back.
Lollies smile back.
That's the tagline, man. That's the fucking tagline. Death Smiles, Lollies smile back. Which, I mean, it's awesome. Also, the end boss in Death Smiles is Tyranno Satan. That's right. I'll say it one more time. Tyranno Satan. Okay. So
is he a dinosaur Satan?
Actually, no. He's
a
Grim Reaper with a goat head. So it doesn't read. Balls don't read, man.
Balls don't read.
Tyranno
Satan don't read.
It doesn't make any goddamn sense, but it's Tyranno Satan.
But it's rad.
Yeah. Anyway, so Cave has released some of their games on cell phones. They have one North American release that I can think of, which is Death Smiles 1. Death Smiles 2 might have come out over here. Maybe. There were a handful of titles that came out exclusively in Japan for the 360, and then a handful of them that came out for the PS2.
Yeah.
And that's what we got as far as Cave games released physically.
Yeah.
Okay? But you can get not everything. There's some of them that don't play well, but most of them on MAME. Okay?
Yeah.
MAME is multiple arcade machine emulator, if you guys don't know. I'm a big fan of MAME.
Yeah.
I also like Fightcade, which is more geared towards playing fighters online with MAME assets. But the point here is, you cannot fucking get arcade perfect versions of these games anywhere.
Anywhere through without emulation.
Without emulation, exactly. They released one time. They had this Ultimate Cave Collection that was a super limited edition box set that when it came out it was like $400, and it was only for 360 in Japan, and I immediately wanted it, and I could not justify the price, but it basically had their entire collection on it, right?
Yeah, it still would have been rad if you could have just slapped down $400 right there. You probably would have,
especially because there's a handful of those titles that you can't find on MAME.
You can't even find anymore.
Ibarra Pink Sweets, Moochie Moochie Pork, I don't know, there's something else. Because, I mean, most of the other ones you can play, and I'm just going to go through them real quick, like Danganronpa, Guwang, Guwange. Dude, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Guwange. It'd be Guwange. Dodonpachi, and there's bunch of, there's Donpachi, Dodonpachi, Diojo, Dodonpachi, Diojo, Black Label, Dodonpachi, Diojo, whatever, you know, they have all these
mean something.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. There's a There's Esperade, Espgaloda 2. There's what I'm getting at is there's a fuck ton of cave games.
Yeah.
And they're all so good. Danganronpa is a space shooter that's based on disco.
Yeah.
So all right.
That do you I mean
no, it's just disco themed. Like the way everything looks, it's all disco.
I got you. So it's not like you're riding around in a glass ball.
No, but there is some disco ball action and there's some things.
I was about to say, there's some disco ball
stuff, man, and there's like that laser light silhouette look kind of thing going on.
Do you have
like
that
some,
square?
I don't think they have the night fever going on. No, they don't have the. They don't have the.
Night fevers.
You get there on the way up. Drive my ship. I'm a woman's man.
Pew 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 pew.
But my point is, I fucking love Cave.
Yeah.
If you told me right now, you can get each of the Cave games, for a reasonable price because they're goddamn arcade games, like $10 a piece. Okay, $15 a piece.
Yeah.
If you told me right now we're releasing all of them on Steam, PlayStation Network, something like that, I would buy them.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them that have slowly released. They'll put out one or two here, but there's so much of their fucking collection you don't get.
You just can't find.
There's so many of these arcade games that you would have to buy a board. You'd have to buy a board, and then you'd have to have some shit to plug it into.
Yeah.
So it's not even accessible to the normal person. You know what I mean? This is so archaic that it's not even just like hey, you can go pirate a thing.
Yeah.
This is physical hardware is the only way that you can play this game.
Yeah.
It's an insane.
How do you pirate that?
What do you schematics?
Yeah.
Are they passing schematics around? Is that what?
Yeah.
It gets to a level of just ridiculousness.
Yeah. Well, I mean that kind of goes into the whole like archival of like games and stuff like that. A lot of people aren't really all that interested in it, and same can be said about most media and
we're just now getting to the point.
We're just now really getting to the point to where we're starting to realize, hey, a lot of these games that were kind of the foundation for this whole thing are kind of lost to time.
And it might even be more about the archival side of it and the preservation of these mediums.
Well, and that's what I see a lot of
people.
That's what I see a lot of people arguing, in favor of like emulation, and things like
game preservation more than anything else.
And I definitely agree with that side of it. I do also, to be devil's advocate, I do understand that like companies need to protect their IP, in some way.
100%. Yeah. But also, isn't there that whole thing about lapsing on IP and stuff? I mean, like, how about the?
There is, but video games are such a young medium that nothing's really lapsed. Nothing's really gotten into the public domain.
Yeah,
for real. I mean, there's maybe a handful of things, but
sure. But I'm almost talking about Fantastic Four movie situation.
I gotcha, where they constantly have to remake or make something like use. I mean, I'm sure there's some legal thing going on.
And if they're not doing it,
you have to use it, or they lose the.
Is there something like that in games?
I feel like that happens more with licensing.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That does happen more with licensing than it actually happens with. Yeah, you're right.
It's like one party sells an IP to another party so that they can use it, but if they don't use it, it reverts back to the original IP holder kind of thing. I feel like that happens more with that, like adaptation and stuff like that. I don't know how much that really happens in games, since like the company that made the game tends to be the company that owns that
you're
IP.
Completely right about that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it in a different situation.
Yeah.
But it's still just, or hell, like we were talking about with Nintendo, their whole thing, they're not making F-Zero games. They're not making
F-Zero games. They're not putting out any of their classic fucking games. Nearly as extensively as I personally would like.
Or like in the PlayStation side of things, where why are we restricted from the PS1, 2, and 3 libraries on the modern consoles?
Yeah.
It seems like on the 5 it would be
who would want to play those games? They look terrible.
They're fucking terrible. And it's these preservation things, that become I don't know. I just don't see the net negative to making things available is all I'm really getting at more than anything else.
Well, overall, there isn't really much of a net. Here's me getting fucking conspiracy theory. There really isn't a net negative. They just see product that they are not making money off of. Why are you going and pirating stuff when you could buy, spend $60 on this game with microtransactions and and that you have to have an online subscription to fucking play? Like, why don't pirate the old games? That's bad. Play this game so we get
pass.
Money. Yeah,
and the loot boxes.
Didn't mean to go Jim Sterling on you guys. I'm sorry. It'll never happen again.
He got heated.
Yeah, that was me heated.
That was heated.
Put on my angry pants.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying though, man. It's a tough spot though. For just
it's a nuanced issue. It's complicated, and my understanding and opinions on it are constantly evolving.
I agree on that.
It's kind of how it's mostly how I feel about it right now. I'm all down for it. Get what you can.
Get
buy
what you can.
Support creators when you can.
Yeah, but also,
but don't limit yourself because you just
I also still have
don't limit yourself.
The general consensus of like
being able to watch cool shit. There you go. I finally got it all.
Oh, there you go. Of like, some of these companies are ripping people the fuck off too.
Well, yeah.
Like Disney, if you want to go pirate the Star Wars movies, fucking do it.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, yeah.
The whole thing, about the 77 4K thing or whatever?
No.
It's a re-release of the original film
like as it was in 77.
Yeah, of A New Hope.
Less fucked with, essentially.
Not fucked with.
Oh, really?
No, it looks like shit.
Oh.
Like a bunch of people have even talked about it very specifically. Like color grading from scene to scene is terrible. The transitions are fucky.
Like potentially this is something that they might have pulled off of an original master of some kind.
This was the original film release. This was the original theatrical release.
Oh, okay.
So this was and the thing is they've had to piece it together from a couple of different film.
Yeah, because I doubt that was really kept up with. Yeah, because when even Lucas put out the TX version, he had to go back and do heavy restoration. Yeah,
because all this shit degrades so fast.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Film is not good to store.
No, and it's real flammable. That's another thing too.
Explode.
It's fucking yeah. What is it made of, magnesium or something? I don't know. It's something like that.
It was something weird.
No,
it's kind of why we don't have a lot of stuff from before 1930.
It either burned or just disintegrated.
Yeah, just went away.
Absolutely.
And it's lost.
Yeah.
It's lost. It literally lost to time.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
It's sad so much that so much film foundational shit that we do not have.
And so then there's also the argument that we're kind of doing the best we can right now with preservation.
Well, absolutely, yeah.
But it seems like there has to be people like me out there that hoard
just keep everything.
The stuff that might go away.
Well, yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Well, and that's kind of. That was. Obviously, I started collecting anime because I like anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. But after a certain point, after I got all the shit that I wanted, I just kept collecting and and even gave myself the excuse of, I'm just archiving it. I'm just making sure this is available for future generations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I do believe that, but it is very self-aggrandizing, I guess.
Absolutely.
I'm totally archiving this. No, I just want my cute anime girls, and I want them
it's
all
not
on
for
the
me
shelf.
At all.
That's right. I'm doing this for you. But no. Again, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say about that. Big fan of try before you buy.
You try before you buy, man. I also am. So you talked about that whole all games should have a demo thing. You talked about that.
All games should have a demo
sometime.
Yeah,
we can get into that.
I do still fully believe that, and I believe it's entirely possible without really spoiling anything.
Depending on the game.
I
really think that there are some games that you just couldn't, but
Yeah.
But
Well,
I get you in a broad sense.
In
a
broad sense, it could work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like the way that we were talking about that whole EA's timed thing. Like now a lot of EA games, this is one of the coolest things I've ever heard EA doing.
Where they're just putting out like time demos where you have this long.
Yeah, but then once you purchase it, you pick it up from that spot. So you're playing the full game. You just only have like an hour of it, hour or two. And then that's it.
In game demos, I've seen them do that. Like they did that with Octopath Travel.
That you could continue your save.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that a lot.
You didn't have to replay through the first, I guess, chapters of the two specific, because it was the swords. It was the warrior dude and Primrose.
Okay.
Stripper assassin. I love Primrose.
You know that
awesome.
class, right?
But those were the two characters that you started with in the demo. You played through like their first chapters, but when you got the actual game, you didn't have to replay through those chapters. You just kind of
Okay. See, I like that. That's a good way to do it.
I like that. Yeah.
I also really like the individual demos though. You know?
I gotcha.
But whatever.
Demos are good. Demos are always good.
Demos are great.
That's all I got to say.
Mm-hmm. Demos sold me on buying Resident Evil 8. I mean, I was probably going to get it, and then I played the demo. I was like, fuck, I'm going to get it.
We've done a lot of Resident Evil. Thumbs up, okay.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
it's not bad. It's actually very cool.
Yeah.
I think it's easy.
Okay.
I've been knifing these werewolves to death.
Man, that knife didn't seem to work too well in the demo.
Yeah, you just got blocked.
Yeah.
Block.
Yeah.
Block.
That's what it was in the demo. You weren't really blocking. You were more panicking.
Block. That's how I've been playing this game.
I gotcha.
And I felt like
You're
dick.
very early on though.
Oh yeah, I'm maybe 2 hours in.
Yeah, so you're not that far at all.
And I'm not really. I don't want to ruin anything. I don't want to talk about it.
No. Yeah. No.
I have done some things though. I've actually seen both of the parts that are in both of the demos at this point.
Yeah.
So I played an intro to the game. Okay, what do I have to say? There's a baby at the beginning that looks amazing. Like it looks like it's probably one of the best
looking babies.
Yeah, that I've seen in a game, because like the baby in Fallout 4 looked weird. The kid, that was a weird one. Yeah, but this looks convincing infant. I was like, shit, wow, they did it.
Oh, that's a baby.
Yeah, that's a damn baby. That's a whole ass baby.
That's a whole baby. God damn.
So, and his little sweatpants. His little sweatpants look good,
Yeah, nice.
I was like, yeah, those are baby socks. I know what baby socks look like.
Yeah, can't fool me.
Yeah, so they did that, and the intro to it, this is a light spoiler. No, it's not. They showed this shit in the fucking trailer.
Oh, okay.
They showed this shit. Do you know what happens to Ethan? From the trailer, what happens?
Isn't it Chris Redfield?
Yeah, and what does Chris do?
Doesn't he shoot his wife?
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm getting at. This isn't a fucking spoiler. You haven't played the game. Yeah,
absolutely.
so I'm not spoiling shit, okay? At the beginning,
back the fuck off.
Okay, so at the beginning of it, some of the things that she says makes me remember why I picked Zoe and not her the first time.
Okay.
Some of the things she says, and I'm like, see, that's why I didn't pick your fucking ass. This is I knew you had the devil in you, girl. Okay, this is why. All right.
You cut my hand off.
You fucking cut my hand off. And also, that's the other thing I was gonna say about this is this game is totally leaning in harder to my Ethan is Frankenstein theory, because it's just, I mean, he gets that much of his hand, all of this gnawed right the fuck off by a werewolf, and then he's just like, let me pour this junk on it. I guess I'm okay.
I'll grow it back.
Yeah, fuck it, whatever. And then like wraps it up later with some stuff, and then he gets angry and he starts banging all this on a wall. He's like, oh god. I'm going, does he not fucking feel any of this? The vampire ladies take hooks and dig them into him and shit. Like he's got
like,
so
he
many,
really gets fucked up.
He gets fucked up.
Ethan's just the most unlucky character in a video game.
But no, the only thing that I'll say, because I don't want to completely ruin anything, is that I fought a boss that I thought would be fucking hard.
Yeah. And you kind of just wiped the floor with him?
Without even, I was just going like, really? This is,
Well, again, it's like maybe you're early on.
I'm early on, and I'm also like coming off of playing 7 super efficiently.
Right.
So I feel like I've played the 2 demos. I'm not as scared of the place where I'm in right now.
Maybe you're just good now.
I got good?
You got good.
Damn.
You did it. You reached the pinnacle.
No, I just think it could be harder. I will say they set the beginning up, save for what I'm saying about the baby, and then when Chris comes and
does the thing,
shoots your wife and everything. Yeah. Man, they shoot her up, dude.
Oh, really?
They drive by this house.
Oh, is this like an Alex Murphy situation?
Oh man, yeah,
dude. Kind of. What?
Dude, this is like a
it's revenge for cutting your hand off.
This is like the end of oh, you didn't see that. Never mind. This is like I was gonna say the end of Breaking Bad. Or like fucking man, what's that shit where they get in the bathtub because all the bullets are coming in? I don't know, but yeah, it's like
Constantine?
Maybe no, that was so they could go to hell. They
got
in the bathtub to go to hell in that one.
That's a different bathtub.
Different bathtub, man. You're in the wrong bathtub. This isn't the bullets bathtub. This is the hell bathtub. You don't want to get in this bathtub. There's also something chunky in there. I'm not fucking with that. No, it looks like bullet. It looks like there's like
hell tub.
The hell tub, man. You don't want the hell tub. In hell tub.
Nice.
It's like there's military surrounding the house with M60s, and they all just go Rambo style into the house.
Damn.
Bullets. I mean, I don't see how Ethan didn't get fucking hit.
Absolutely.
So this is the only spoiler I'm giving, but it's more just describing the thing you already know. Okay. But yeah, she gets lit up, and then Chris comes in, which I'm glad they made Chris look like Chris again. Yeah. I don't know why they made him look all weird in the last one. I have a sneaking suspicion, though.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this. I do not know this. This is me guessing.
Yeah.
But if you look at the cover, well, half of Chris's face is a wolf.
Yeah,
that seems mighty odd to me.
I was kind of thinking about that.
Is he gonna be a big old Chris werewolf?
Well, think about it. In the last game, now, correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't he work for Umbrella?
Well, it's the BSAA.
Isn't that at least implied to some degree?
Okay. This is weird. This is fucking weird as shit. Okay. This sounds like some old bullshit to me, okay? Mm-hmm. Which immediately when I heard it, I was like, nah, these are lies. I've played too much Metal Gear. You can't tell me a story like this. No. Fuck you.
I see through your lies.
I see right through this one. Because what they said was that the investors that owned Umbrella had no idea about what the actual corporation was doing.
Okay.
And these are global investors from all over the world.
Right.
And then
all they're doing is putting money in a bank account.
Exactly.
Getting money back. Yeah.
So then once the situation happened, the Raccoon City events and then everything moving forward.
Resident Evil.
The Resident Evil. Yes. When the Resident Evil happened. All the Resident Evil that happened over there.
Zombies and zombie adjacent enemies.
You see, the evil resided there. for an amount of time.
And then it spread out.
And now it resides all over the place.
And now it's everywhere.
It's very resident.
It's not very resident, actually.
No,
nowadays.
It's not. No, it's global. It's
global
evil.
There we go.
It's upgraded.
We fixed the Resident Evil franchise.
Residential evil. So the corporation, once it folded and then shit happened, all the investors kind of went, whoa, we had no idea we were funding chemical, like, craziness.
What? I got you.
What a T-virus. And so they decided that they were going to make a group that is similar to STARS to clean up what's happening.
Oh, okay. So he's still basically a STARS agent. It's just a different company.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's owned by the people that used to own
Umbrella. Or used to fund Umbrella. Or you know what I mean? Used to be investors.
Listen to that. Just listen to that.
Yeah, that seems a little, that sounds a little fishy. That sounds a little
immediately
fishy.
I was like, this is a cover-up. This is a cover-up situation. This is a group of people that are trying to
they've co-opted the opposition.
They've co-opted the exactly.
They've co-opted the opposition
and appeared to be benevolent in
what their
let's clean
motives
up the mess.
are.
We're so sorry this happened.
Whoops, we're sorry we got T-virus all over the place. Does anybody have any bounty? There's
No.
T-virus all over.
No. You need the magic erasers for this one. You need the magic erasers. Okay.
We gotta call Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean. Oh man, imagine if there was like a Mr. Clean Nemesis crossover.
Yeah.
What you think about that?
Who would win? Who's more bald?
Oh, Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean.
Dude, what you talking about? Mr. Clean's the king of bald. He is the baldest.
He is smooth.
You see the shine, right?
Silky smooth.
Yeah, and you look at Nemesis' lumpy ass head.
That's right.
Nah, man.
Oh, are you saying that Nemesis loses just because he doesn't grease his head?
Oh, it's not about grease. No, it's about that. See, Mr. Clean is intentionally bald. He does that shit because he tries. That's right. He tries to be bald. Nemesis is bald from radiation. Or potentially just chemicals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I got you.
Does Nemesis have hair? I don't think I've seen a hair on Nemesis.
I don't think Nemesis has hair.
That shit melted off.
Yeah.
They just put fucking nair in his bloodstream. He's got nair in him.
That's what it is. It's not the T-virus.
No, it's just nair.
It's just nair.
It's fucking nair. That's how they would get people to willingly use the T-virus on himself. Like, it's hair removal. Like, fuck yes, I'm getting rid of this.
Yeah.
Wax this chest. Fucking.
Hey, am I supposed to be growing another arm?
Yeah, it's normal.
What's this tentacle doing? Like, is that natural?
The further tests are to remove all the tumors in you, and don't worry about that. If you didn't have tumors when you came in, the chairs in the waiting room took care of that. They were full of radiation.
Love it. Aperture lab. What is it's Aperture, right?
It's Aperture, yeah. That's the old one. It's whatever that guy is. Fuck me. Oh man. Sorry. Anyway, got off of that.
Anyways, kind of derailed. But anyway,
but it was fun.
It was fun. It was a good time. Hope you guys are having a good time too. So bouncing off, since we're doing a little bit of game talk right now.
Yeah.
Saw this pop up on the internet. Apparently, Ed Boon posted up a tweet,
Boon.
in which he asked, which of these fighting games need to return the most?
Yeah,
okay.
And
he has like a list, and he had people vote on them.
Yeah, but we all know the answer.
Which fighting game does most deserve a comeback?
It's obvious. It's no question.
Mm-hmm.
Darkstalkers.
It's Darkstalkers.
It's fucking Darkstalkers.
It's always been Darkstalkers. It will always be Darkstalkers.
Now, I don't know the list.
Now, I think Ed Boon was mostly talking about more Western, because I don't know
so
if he
Ed Boon
understands
was wrong,
that fighting games
is what
come
you're saying.
from Japan now. You know?
Oh, they always have.
They've always come from Japan.
He knew.
But
he acts like he doesn't know. But he knows.
Like, I don't know how disappointed you're going to be. So anyway,
probably really.
This isn't going to take very long.
I'm going to go ahead and say just by your response, Darkstalkers isn't on the list.
Darkstalkers is not on the list.
Okay, yeah.
Darkstalkers is not on the list. It didn't even have a chance to win.
So the list is wrong.
So wait, why are we talking about this?
That's right. It's game over, Ed Boon.
Game over.
So
you want to know the list?
I do. I need to feel the pain.
Okay, so the lowest, and I'm just gonna go from lowest to highest. Okay. All right. So the lowest of the list is Virtual Fighter, with 10.5%.
I mean, Virtual Fighter's all right.
I was never really that big.
I'm not a fan. I'd rather play DOA.
Yeah, absolutely. The next one is Primal Rage.
No.
Which dude, come on, it's Primal Rage.
Fart monkeys, man.
Yes, I want to fight with fart monkeys. I want to fart on a dinosaur. Is that so much to ask?
I just want to fart on a dinosaur.
I just want to fart on a dinosaur. God damn it!
Open the door. Get on the floor. Everybody fart on a dinosaur. What'd you think about that?
Those are the actual lyrics. They had to
it.
change it. Mm-hmm. I feel like I keep getting farther and farther away.
Are you scooting away? You don't look like you're scooting away.
I don't look like
I think you're okay. Just don't scoot into my equipment.
Yeah. He's
just gonna go off frame slowly.
Yeah.
He's gonna float away like shit in VR that's broken.
Subtly, you won't even know I've gone.
Boop.
Just.
I'll make a little animation. Here, keep talking. I get it.
Anyways, so Primal Rage with 10%, which I was a little sad about, but you don't like Primal Rage because you're a big jerk. And then the next one is Killer Instinct with 33%.
Okay, so Killer Instinct.
Mm-hmm. What you got to say?
I guess I don't have a phone charger over here. Sorry.
Oh damn.
Well, okay, so Killer Instinct. That's a good timing on this one. Trey, Grayscales, who we had on the last show.
Last week.
Absolutely.
That video's up. Go check it out.
Go check it out.
It's good. It's good. It's good. Good episode.
I just gave him a base model Xbox One, so like the original fat VCR.
Yeah.
Right. And he bought Game Pass, and I gave him a couple of things, but he pretty much was like, okay, I want to play Killer Instinct. Because, I mean, we both used to play Killer Instinct back in the day, you know? It's a jam, you know?
It was fun.
It had the combos, dude. King combo. And, I mean, come on, dude. Like, the aesthetic of that was so different from everything else that was going on.
At the time,
that it
absolutely.
burns it into your memory, right?
Absolutely.
And now they can make it look like the way the pre-rendered stuff looks in real time. So it looks great. Like it's not like the highest quality thing ever, but it looks great. And then they added all these crazy characters. Like they have the Arbiter from Halo.
Yeah.
They got the Battletoads. They have General Ram from Gears of War, man.
They're kind of
they got all sorts of stuff.
They were kind of doing what Mortal Kombat's doing now, where it's just like they'll put out the base game, and then it's just like, hey, what else you guys want? You want RoboCop?
Yeah.
Here's RoboCop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just filling it in with the. Do you know where the mic is? Do you know?
No, I don't know where my mic is.
You know where your hands?
I don't know where my hands are.
See this? See how I'm not touching the mic. I'm sorry. I was voguing on this mic. I needed to.
Strike a pose.
Strike a pose. That's right. Come on.
But yeah, no. Killer Instinct. They
but
already
he played it. What I'm
tried
getting
that.
at is that he played it and realized, oh, this game's just a button masher.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
And it's kind of always been a button masher.
It's kind of always been a button masher.
Yeah. Absolutely. But you want to know what? You want to know what took up 46.5% of the vote?
Is this number one?
This is number one.
What?
Def Jam's Fight for New York.
Fuck you. That's not even a... I mean,
Look,
that game's okay. All right, that game's okay. I'm not gonna completely shit on it.
Played it.
I have played it. I have played it because I played with Snoop Dogg.
I understand why people
against Snoop Dogg. I guess you can't play us. Maybe that's just in the verses.
Yeah,
it's okay. The
it
thing
might
is
be
that
okay.
Game's...
Yeah,
dude, nah, man. What? That got number 1?
That got number 1.
It's Darkstalkers, guys.
It's Darkstalkers. Let us correct you. It is Darkstalkers.
It's Darkstalkers. Okay. I could tell you about... Oh, hey, we have an error.
We have an error? Sorry if we have an error. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if our shit stopped streaming or whether that's just my phone.
Huh. Let me... guys, give us a second. We're checking on stream. I'm still going.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'm still going. So we're good.
I think
we're
my
still
phone
going.
was just stupid. I don't know. We're working the kinks out. Sorry. And we're not cutting this part out either.
No, we're not.
Yeah. So
anyways,
again, wrong. Darkstalkers.
Wrong. Darkstalkers.
That's all I have to say.
That okay?
I could actually think of 10 more franchises I would rather have remakes than those 5.
Yeah, absolutely. Even just sticking with the caveat of sticking
I could think of
Western.
5 Capcom games that I'd fucking want.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
I can think of 5 of them right now. You know what I mean? Cyberbots, plasma swords.
I guess Capcom deserves the
okay.
Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah. Okay. So I got to give you the backstory
for
on this
potentially
one, right?
better than the rest of the industry.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not good, but better.
I mean, the thing is, it's not like Capcom is the shining example of the best game company. That's not what I'm getting at.
No. But
what I am gonna say is that when I was a kid and I had an NES, I was trying to play Bionic Commando. I was trying to play Mega Man. I was trying to play Snow Bros. I was trying to play Capcom games.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
when I had a Super Nintendo, I was trying to play Mega Man X. I was trying to play Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
This is probably back before you even paid that much attention to what studio.
I knew Capcom.
Well, I mean, obviously you knew Capcom, but it's not like you.
I didn't care as the same.
You didn't look for Capcom games. You were just like, oh, Mega Man.
The thing is, what would happen is, you have a couple of games on your shelf, and Capcom all had the same tag. Like, remember the way their NES games looked? Mm-hmm. They all had the same kind of label.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you start looking at that, and you're like,
it was consistent.
Huh. That's weird. These all are, it's the same company. So it was more like that than me actively searching out Capcom games.
Loved when I don't know what game you were pulling up, but you were pulling up a Capcom game, and your your daughter was in the room, and she was just like, "It's the Mega Man."
I was trying to. Okay, so I have all the Super games on Vita that I cracked, and so I was letting her go through the Super Nintendo library, and I was trying to find something she should play. Well, I was like, why don't you try Street Fighter 2? You know, maybe this is something that you'd like.
Yeah.
But it started up, had the Capcom logo, and the first thing she said, she was like, "Oh, this is the Mega Man logo." I'm like, "What do you mean?" And she shows it to me. I'm like, "No, that says Capcom, baby. It doesn't say Mega Man." She goes, and she looked at me funny. I'm like, "That's who made that." And we're on the way to get Resident Evil 8. Yeah. And I was like, as a matter of fact, I'm on my way to pick up a Capcom game. Yeah. And then that's when it hit me that since I was a child, everything from NES to now, I've always wanted the Capcom games. And I would say most people probably have always wanted the Capcom games. Yeah.
Well, they're a solid video game company, and while they might not always make the right moves as far as like handling their IPs, they do.
Yeah, I mean, they've done some things like with the Street Fighter V DLC situation. Yeah, you know, it's kind of shitty.
Yeah,
but is it completely like fucked up?
No. They could put out another Street Fighter game, and please not have that shit, and it'd be fine.
It'd be fine. And when they create new IPs, they're cool, and they take chances, and they've done that with every console generation, and they've done it all the whole way with having ups and downs, but they've always made bangers.
Well, they're a company that came out of the arcade era.
They came all the way from the arcade era to the modern era, and they've always stuck with the times.
Yeah,
dude.
And they've always been able to adapt really well.
So it's not so much like they're the best game company, but consistency, Lifetime Achievement Award, we got to give it to Capcom.
It's going to be Capcom. Let us know if you disagree. Capcom's real cool.
Well,
how much
that's
time?
about an hour and a half.
That's about an hour and a half.
You want to cut it?
Tell you what, let's what do you think, man? Well, we can get into some more these other things because I wanted to talk a little bit more about anime. Guys, coming up, just so you know, this whole month we're going to have anime content. It might not be solely anime content as we've just demonstrated, but we will be talking about different animes. We'll get back around to it. Something that I'm really looking forward to is kind of exploring this idea. And that just so happens that the anime that we talked about today, Gunsmith Cats, kind of is in this same situation to where it's not a wholly original property, and that by that I mean it's not that it's an adaptation of a manga, but it's also a spin-off of another manga. Like this series itself, it's actually was spun off from another manga and another really, really good OVA called Riding Bean.
Which he brought that over. I might borrow it from you so I can watch it. Okay. Yeah. Cool. We'll do that. Yeah. We'll probably talk about that in Angel's Egg next weekend then.
Yeah, absolutely. But anyways, why I'm bringing that up is because Riley Vincent was actually a character in that anime, and she pretty much made the transition really pretty much as the same character.
That's awesome.
Really, the only difference between the Gunsmith Cats and Riding Bean, Riley Vincent, is she's blonde.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Riley and Riding Bean is blonde.
But they wanted the other one to be blonde. They wanted May to be blonde.
They wanted May's the blonde one, because she's the cute, spunky one. She's got pep.
So they made her more the tough brunette. I gotcha.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. So we might talk about that, but just the idea that really cool, awesome characters that come from another thing. Because another one that I'm actually going to watch this week is called Crusher Joe.
See, you mentioned this. I don't know about Crusher Joe.
Yeah, okay, so I didn't know that much about it. I had heard it mentioned here and there, but what really got me to the point to where it's just like, oh no, I gotta watch this OVA, is apparently this is the first anime appearance of the Dirty Pair.
Oh!
Which is another lady action movie lady action series that I really love.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I gotcha.
So might go into that. Maybe I'll try to find some other connections from different anime series. See if there's I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's more than just those two. And I
can't think of any off the top of my head.
I can't think of any.
I'm not as deep in it.
I can't really think of that much off the top of my head. But I want to do some research before we go into it.
Cool.
So maybe next week.
All right. You want to give them the spiel?
Do we have a spiel? Hey guys, like, share, and subscribe.
Do the thing.
The thing. We're on Twitch.
Tell other people about us.
Tell other people about us.
Please.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Tell us what we're doing good, what we're doing bad, what you'd like to see.
So we can improve.
Maybe some topics. Anything you'd like us to talk about, please let us know.
Yeah. Just please talk to us. Talk to us.
We're our only friends.
We are our only friends. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and Spotify, and Anchor, and
We're probably going to be streaming games a lot more.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that. And then also check us out on our Very Reality YouTube channel, where we're going to be screwing around doing all sorts of things. Hopefully we'll have an episode with Gray Scales playing Electronauts sometime soon.
That would be cool.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Next week, the boys talk about Angel's Egg and anime openings. Can they get through the entire show without going off into unnecessary tangents? Find out on So What Do You Think